let's do Ultimate Movie Championship, brought to you by Cutthroat Comics, cutthroatcomics.com. So we go to flickchart.com/IDP, and that's where we're given 2 movies, only one of which is worthy of being ahead of the other in our Ultimate Movie list.
And if we can't decide, Rotten Tomatoes does it for us.
Yeah, sometimes we have to go to a judge's decision, which we do not like to do, but sometimes it happens, and and sometimes we predict judges' decisions incorrectly. Let's just do a normal one, since we'll probably do a short. Fight start in 15. So starting off, we have A Perfect Storm versus Zodiac.
2 movies that I didn't think were that great with great casts.
I thought Zodiac, slow and long, which are negatives. Amazing movie.
It's a good movie.
Versus, I mean, slow and long, if you take those things out of the equation, everything else was amazing. Writing was great. Acting was great. The story was great. It was just really long and really slow. Perfect Storm, there's nothing really good about that movie.
But Mark Wahlberg.
CGI is not good. The story's not good. It's just not a good movie.
And it's based on a true story, but not really.
Well, it's like everything. So is Zodiac. Zodiac, such a good based on a true story. It uncovered new evidence in the case, which probably went nowhere. But yeah, but they that's how like real. But yeah, I gotta go Zodiac. Between the two,
I'll
that's
go Zodiac
one.
too. Just because I like Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, he's pretty sexy. All right, so next up we have Dances with Wolves, Chumani Tutanka Waipielo versus True Lies. I really haven't seen True Lies in a long time, and I really want to see True Lies because that was a really fun movie. One of the most fun, like, different James Cameron movies.
It was a fun movie.
Yeah.
And
have,
this started my short-lived crush on Jamie Lee Curtis when she does like the strips.
When she does the strip dance on the bedpost.
Shit!
It falls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really wanted to fuck Jamie Lee Curtis as a kid right around then.
Yeah.
I was 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Dances with Wolves, epic. It's hard to watch now.
I don't know if I've watched it. It's probably been 10 years since I've watched it.
It's a good movie.
I love that movie.
Fucking remembered the fucking
I love that movie.
Indian verse.
I love that movie. It's one of Kevin Costner's best movies.
He directed that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was I think one of his first directing.
Probably. I
gotta go.
I'm
Dances
a big fan
with Wolves.
of Kevin Costner in general.
True Lies, fun movie.
Yeah.
But
if it was Terminator 2, I'd probably go Terminator 2.
Yeah.
We're talking James Cameron movies with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. Although, like, that's a movie, out of all James Cameron movies, I want to watch True Lies.
Yeah.
Out of every...
I agree.
Which is weird, because it's like...
I
it's
would
more
rather watch
campy.
True Lies than Avatar any day.
Oh, yeah. Although I'm kind of curious to see what the sequels are going to be. But just curious. All right, Dances with Wolves.
Tatanka.
Chumani Tutanka Waipielo. So we have... That's a weird poster for Cars. I mean, I understand for a movie poster.
Buckle up, bro.
Yeah. Buckle up, bitches. I saw an article where, like, Cars 4 takes an unexpected twist.
Seatbeltless.
Like, dark... Like, kind of a dark twist or something to the story.
God damn you, Shyamalan.
I haven't watched... yeah, I think he's working with
God
Pixar.
damn it, Shyamalan. You stay out away from the Cars.
One of the weakest franchises from Pixar, Cars, versus Meet the Fockers. One of the weakest franchises... Well, I think it's probably the only franchise that I could think of that Stiller's in, Mr. Ben.
I'd rather watch Meet the Fockers.
It's
the first one.
That's such a bummer movie, in a sad way. Yeah. I got
the
nipples.
Circle of Truth. Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah. Okay, it's the first one.
I
just remember watching that movie because it's very similar.
No. Shit, that's the second one. Sorry, Meet the Parents is the first one.
That's right.
Meet the Fockers is the second one.
That's right. I didn't like the second one as much.
I didn't like the second one as
it's the only real good one.
Much, but Cars is not that good.
The first Cars isn't that bad.
Owen Wilson plays the...
I mean, as far as like just a basic
Lightning McQueen
cartoon kids movie, animation's really cool. Like the way they did.
It's got
just,
Larry
like,
the
very
Cable Guy
interesting.
as a hillbilly tow motor.
Yeah, that's very true. It does have, and he's the main character, I think, for the sequel. I think 'Cause a lot of people didn't come back, but Larry did.
Oh, Mater.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
This is
This
terrible.
tough.
This is terrible. I'm gonna still go meet the Fockers.
But
This
what
had
happens? I mean, I guess it's got
Streisand this has got a lot of better actors. I don't know.
Rain Man in it. That doesn't mean anything.
It
That's why
doesn't.
it's more disappointing. This was the beginning of the downfall of Robert De Niro. This, like, the first one was like, oh, he's doing family comedies now.
Analyze that. Analyze this was
This
fun.
is a
Analyze
family
that.
comedy. That's still, it was a comedy. I mean, that was kind of the beginning of the end. But this shit is like, what are we doing? And then he did Rocky and Bullwinkle. I think came out before.
He also did that terrible movie Joey Diaz was in, which was him
recently.
going back to
well,
boxing.
but that's probably one of the most recent movies. I'm talking about when it
I would
started.
still probably watch Meet the Fockers over Cars.
Yeah, me too. This is horrible. All right, Meet the Fockers. It's always like the worst movies that
Go
we
up
spend the
against
most
each other?
time on.
Ooh, this is interesting.
So The Thing, I can't honestly say that I've seen all of The Thing, or I can remember.
We
it.
need to watch that.
Yeah, I'm down to watch it. I probably have. Like, we can throw it on, but I can't honestly say that I have.
It's
The
a
whole thing.
really good movie.
Yeah. I think I may have thrown it may have been on TV at some point, but I don't know if I've actually
Which is
watched it.
also a remake of an older movie.
Yeah. Well, and then there's
That's-
been a remake, right?
Well, no, that's a prequel, but they called it the same thing, which confused the fuck out of people.
Well, that's marketing for you. So Sin City, the first one, versus Hot Shots Part 2. Translation, Part 2.
No, it's just part 2.
Yeah, but that's the translation
Nope.
is part.
No
You're
trans-
anti-French. I was
No
helping
translation
you out.
needed.
You want American
Part
over
deux.
French. Versus Sin City. This is interesting.
This
It's
is
one of the best like spoof movies.
If it
Although
would-
I haven't seen it in a long
if
time.
it would have
so I
been
don't know-
Hot Shots 1,
I don't know if it holds up.
it
Man.
would have been a closer one, but the original Sin City. Now, if this had been Hot Shots Part 2 versus Sin City, A Dame to Kill For, or whatever, the second one, Hot Shots Part 2 all day.
I haven't seen the second one.
It's
I have
terrible.
no desire.
It's
like
terrible.
Yeah, it was a money grab.
It's
one of those
It was
movies.
a money grab like 10 years later, too. It was fucking weird.
Yeah, which is the worst kind of money
Terrible.
grabs.
Yeah, like, hey,
That's why I didn't do well.
Entourage, let's make another one. Or let's make a movie finally. But I'd say Sin City, just for...
Yeah. It was good. And it was like, I think there was an independent movie like Renaissance that had the same aesthetic, that really high contrast, but that may have been animated.
I've never seen West Side
me
Story.
either. Animal House. I've seen that for sure.
I'm a zit.
So Animal House versus The Matrix.
The original Matrix.
The very
You have
first.
to
not
be
Reloaded,
very clear about which Matrix.
Not Revolutions, just The Matrix from 1999, a year where crazy movies came out.
And we graduated.
Sixth Sense, The Matrix,
Other movies.
Fight Club,
Other movies.
prequels.
The Matrix.
Yeah.
Animal House. Classic.
Classic comedy. Although it's not my favorite comedy. It's probably...
Kind of started the National Lampoons.
It's probably one of the first ones, yeah.
Yeah.
The Cable Guy versus Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
I think that's the second one? Or maybe the third.
I know I've seen it.
I've seen
and
it.
I know I want the Cable Guy.
Yeah, the Cable Guy, which
I didn't like the first time I saw the Cable Guy.
a lot of people didn't like the Cable Guy.
Dark comedy, really dark
classic,
character
though.
for yeah.
If you rewatch it,
Have you ever been to a Medieval Times?
No.
I've been
The closest
once or
one to me
twice.
was Other Side of Chicago, so
Right.
that was a 6-hour drive.
Yeah, there was one up in the LA area that I think I went to twice. It's cool, man. I mean, it's like you're in an arena, you're eating like
You
turkey
straight-
legs
yeah.
and like
Drinking
everything.
mead
Yeah. Well, I wasn't. I was like probably 10 the last time I went there, but cool experience. I'm sure it's super. Like there's
One of
before you go in, there's all like
one of the first Jack Black, back when Jack Black was still fun.
What do you play in that?
He was the guy at the... He was the friend of Matthew Broderick, who he would always talk to on the phone. And he'd be like... Would kind of fuel like, hey, I don't know who this fucking dude is. I looked up this name.
I don't remember him. I haven't seen the Cable Guy in a while.
But it was, he was like the third.
That's cool. Great movie, man. One of the last good fucking Matthew Broderick movies.
Or Jim Carrey, for that matter.
No, he's done a bunch of great shit since then. Yeah. Well, I don't know anything.
Ooh.
Like.
This is interesting in weird ways. I know what I'm going for.
It's very, so we got RoboCop, the original, versus Starship Troopers, the original. I have to go with, what do you think mine is?
I think that
because
yours is not what mine is.
I'm surprised at what mine is for this one. Actually, not really. I'm not, I mean, I kind of am.
I'm going for the terribly photoshopped picture of RoboCop.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
It looks like that head should be about at least 2 inches lower.
Yeah, it does. That does look
He's
weird.
got elongated neck syndrome.
Yeah, the
if you
positioning
would
is probably
put his
wrong.
traps really underneath that,
oh yeah, it wouldn't be very good.
If you took
But
all
he's
that off,
also-
he would have like a
isn't he
neck like that.
Isn't he robotic for most of his body? So he
There's-
doesn't need he doesn't have traps.
He's not just a head.
Yeah, but he's not just.
He's a lot of body.
Yeah,
There's
I don't
a lot of body
remember
into
how
there.
much
Yeah,
body.
there's a lot of body.
Is robotic.
He lost a whole hand.
A whole one. I'm going Starship Troopers on this one
Yeah, see, I can't do that.
because I don't really care about it. I'm not a big RoboCop fan.
OCP, baby.
And I'm not a big Starship Troopers fan either.
I'd buy that for $1.
But I'd rather watch Starship Troopers than RoboCop.
Fucking Red from that 70s show is the
You get
bad
to
guy
see,
in RoboCop.
You see titties in the co-ed shower scenes.
Yeah, that's fine. You
Yep.
get to see a lot. You get to see dudes snorting coke off fucking titties in RoboCop.
Yeah, that's fine. I'd rather see people smoking coke off titties in other movies. There's a lot of
Snorting coke, not smoking coke.
Sorry,
it would
snorting.
be hard to smoke coke off a titty without burning her
not
titty.
if it's a robot titty. Maybe it's built into
These
the
aren't
titty.
He's the
What
only
if it's-
robot in RoboCop.
What if it's a fembot?
Besides
they already have a barrel.
Ed 209?
You just throw the crack in the barrel of the fembot. Yeah, Starship Troopers.
No,
I'm really curious to see what the judges say.
This will
These
be
are both
our
not good
last one.
movies. All right. Yeah. All right. So RoboCop.
It's one word.
Well. Bam. 1987.
88.
Wow. That's got to win for sure.
Wow.
Starship Troopers. I'm guessing Starship Troopers.
72.
Oh no. I was thinking like 50s, 60s.
72 is my guess.
That's
88 versus
Starship Troopers is not a good movie. It is a B
It's a
movie.
B movie. 88 versus 63.
Yeah.
We were about
You said 70.
I said 72.
Yeah, which is
What'd you go with?
I said 50 to 60.
Oh.
It's like, yeah, I was
I
thinking more
guessed an
50.
exact number and you guessed the
Yeah, I guessed
between
really close
10.
to- yeah.
But very close.
But that's way high. I didn't think 70. I mean, the fan score is 70, which I get because cult kind of people gave a shit when you can rent
look
it.
at old fucking Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
All like fresh
So
off
like-
Doogie.
I swear I'm not gay yet.
He's like fucking been dooging it out his whole life.
Doogie Howser has had probably the best career. Starting out as a kid actor, and he's killing it.
Oh, now.
I mean, he's making tons. I mean, he's fucking. Everybody loves Doogie Howser or whatever.
Neil Patrick Harris
NPH.
probably could live the rest of his life just off the fucking How I Met Your Mother money he made.
Yeah, and it's like his parts, his cameos in
That's what brought him back, the Harold and Kumar cameos.
Yeah, those everybody loves him in that. That's why they kept bringing him. But he dies in the first one. They're like, "Fuck it, he's awesome. We'll bring him
Yeah.
back. We don't give a shit." He's at Guantanamo for some, or he picks him up. I forget.
MPH.
Yeah, he's the best.
My favorite gay doctor. Robot Cop.
Yeah, RoboCop. All right, well that's it.
Short game.
Go to Well, there's varying
We have
lengths.
people punching faces to watch.
Yeah. So go to flickchart.com/IDP. Check out our official list of top movies that we have discussed, and you can check out how that list came together in completion on our YouTube page.